Talk where there's always.
Oh my gosh. You're live.
That was it?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay, so we're going to skip the intro.
That was awesome.
Yeah, it was
After all of that.
It was like
fantastic.
round robin or something.
So, hey, everybody, this is Jonathan Harmon with the J. Harmon Home Team powered by Keller Williams. And I've got two awesome guests here with me this afternoon. Before we get to that, I do want to give a shout out to my friend Bryan Nale over at First Horizon Mortgage. Bryan is a proud supporter of all things Spread the Positive and specifically this show as well. So, Trent.
Yes, sir.
Roll it.
Hey, my name is Bryan Nale. I'm a mortgage loan officer with First Horizon Mortgage, but I want to tell you that I absolutely love being a part of the Spread the Positive network. Such a great mission and brings so much positivity to our community, and it's just a treat to be a part of. There are a lot of ways to navigate financing a home, and in markets like this, having the right advice of a trusted local professional is key to making sure you get the right advice for your specific circumstances. Whether you are interested in the purchase of a new home or have a need to refinance, I'd love to earn your trust. If I can help you nail your mortgage, call me at 615-243-3976, and I'd be happy to talk with you.
First Horizon member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS ID 472329.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you,
Bryan.
Bryan, for always being a supporter of Spread the Positive and in this community. He helps out with lots and lots of things as well. And we just love that guy. So, got a repeat guest here, one of my favorite humans, Mr. Norman Hanks. And we've got another new friend, Alicia Swanson. And both of these folks have some alter egos, some other people that they
Stage names.
need to be.
Stage
Stage names.
I think I've called it an alter ego a few times.
Alter ego.
She's definitely my alter
Sometimes the Veronica Paige just has to come out,
Sometimes.
and sometimes the diesel chaos has to come out, by God.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to talk about all kinds of stuff today. And when I just met you a little bit ago, and one of the things that I told you is that when we set up reformatted, if you will, this podcast, is that I wanted to sit down with people that I may or may not agree with, that I may or may not understand, that participate or do things or are, have a faith, have a practice, have a whatever, a culture that I'm not part of.
Mm-hmm.
And I like to do that because A, I like people a lot and I like to learn. And B, I want to have conversations about things that a lot of folks like me either don't or won't. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And the idea being that we can disagree and still be friends. Right. We can vehemently disagree and still be friends, because at the end of the day, we're all people. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And we're all trying to do the best we can do. And we're all trying to just live whatever our lives look like. And we all do great things, and we all do some things that aren't so great. And, at the end of the day, we're all just friends, and we can be friends.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's the plan. So today we're going to start we're going to talk about Pride. We're going to talk about the festival. We're going to talk about the ideas behind it. We'll get a little bit into history. This is not a history lesson. And the relevancy of it. Why it's important, who it's important to, which might be a trick question right there, and just we're gonna go through a whole bunch of stuff. So I appreciate you guys for being on here with me and talking about this. So let's start with the nuts and bolts here. Pride is the Murfreesboro Pride.
Murfreesboro Pride
is
coming up September 17th.
17th.
Sorry, there's a show on the 16th.
Yeah.
That's 2 Saturdays from now, right?
Correct. 2 Saturdays. Yeah.
And is it at
It's
Cannonsburg.
Cannonsburg?
Mhm.
So Cedar Glade Brews served beer there last year, and it
Yes.
was a Toad Strangler, total washout.
Total washout.
Oh my
It
word!
was such a good day.
At the end of it, when we got back, we were like, okay, that was actually kind of fun. I mean, we were so yeah.
Yeah, it was a good time. Last year was the first year that Borough Pride actually had a pageant to place a king and queen in sort of their face of Borough Pride.
Mm-hmm.
We were the winners. So Thank you.
That's right.
I do like sound effects.
Studio audience.
It's wonderful. I loved it.
Yeah,
I
there's a
saw
whole
them.
stadium behind you.
Yeah.
You can't see it, but
Yeah. And then we had the washout, right? Like the
Mhm.
biggest thing we get from winning this pageant is
Is
the night on
the night,
the
yeah.
Borough Pride stage. And
Mhm.
so the stage sank, 3 or 4 feet into the ground over there. And there was no way we could go on.
There was
Yeah.
power issues too. They were
There
saying
was-
something about
yeah.
like the motherboards and everything. were just,
Lightning
like,
struck
well,
one
yeah,
of the
I mean,
motherboards.
it's electric. You can't do it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
horrible storms, right?
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah, I was.
we chose not to swim to the stage, and
We had to swim out to the
I
car.
made an
swam to the
exit
stage.
just in time.
You did, yeah. You got out right in time, man.
right in time.
I saw that coming. I was like, the equipment cannot go.
Yeah.
Priorities. This is
Yeah.
my
That's kind of
livelihood.
sort of how it was for everybody. Everybody was like, "Oh, here it comes. We should probably start doing this and that," and then it just didn't happen.
No,
Yeah.
no, it was exciting. That's for sure.
So because of that, they recrowned us for this year, so we will get to hit the stage this year, barring any
Craziness.
stage
It's gonna be
sinkings
great.
or
It's gonna be great.
flooding issues. But it'll be great. We're gonna
Just
have a
party
good
in the
time.
parking lot if the stage sinks this
There
year.
Hey,
you
I'll
go.
just party in the park. Yes.
I'm down.
Well,
Or under the beer
unfortunately,
tent.
CGB won't be able to be there this year.
Right.
The timing didn't line up. September is going to be crazy for us. We've got about 20 different things, literally about 20
Mhm.
different things that we're committed to, and we just didn't get the memo fast enough. So, but we'll make sure that we're there next year for sure. So let's talk about Pride just in general. Okay, the festival, that piece of it. Okay, because there's a whole lot more, but let's talk about the festival and such. So from what I've gathered, it basically started with parades and such back in everything that I can read, San Francisco area. And there were lots of controversy surrounding it when it started, some
Yes.
vulgarity issues, some public indecency type things and those types of things. And quite frankly, it was stuff that the general public had never seen before.
Right.
And especially not
I
as
didn't understand it as well.
and not
Yeah.
as in your face as a lot of those were. And it was,
Right.
we're loud and proud and all that kind of stuff, right? And it has shifted significantly since then, and we'll talk about that evolution. But at that time, from what you know and what you've lived, the lives you've lived, why did that happen? Why was that? Was it necessary? And if so, why was that necessary then?
So Pride actually started with the Stonewall riots.
Mm-hmm.
And it was drag queens, trans people were on the forefront of that movement. They were
Movement,
trying
yeah.
to find freedoms that they weren't allowed to have, right? At that time, and still in a lot of areas of the country today, being gay is illegal in certain places.
Very much so.
Back then it was definitely illegal.
And even if it's not illegal on the books per se,
Right.
it is basically like you
It's still a
become an
bad thing.
outcast.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're still
Mhm.
sort of put out as an outcast. Yeah.
Mhm.
The parade started up after the riots happened. And the riots happened because they were fighting for freedoms, right? They wanted to be able to go out and be who they were and not be afraid anymore.
Mhm.
They were tired of the police coming into their bars and taking them all away because they were at a bar for gay, lesbian people, right? That was not okay.
Mhm.
The parades in San Francisco, however, no dissing on them. Yes, they're vulgar. There
Very,
is
very vulgar.
dinglings flying around and booties out, and it's what it is. They're just.
The chaps.
Hey, I'm not mad at a pair of chaps.
I mean,
I'm trying to find some actually, but it's just the parades are there to help open people's minds, right? The more someone sees of something, the more normal.
informative.
More informative
They'll be
it
more
becomes.
informative.
Yeah.
So is that what it is? I mean, is it an exposure thing? Is it the more times you see it, it's almost like desensitized to it to some extent, and so it almost forces, even if it's not a personal acceptance, well, what are we going to do about it? Acceptance, and an indifference at least moves you closer to acceptance. Is
Right.
that the idea?
I feel like
I
on
think
a
it depends
level.
on where. Yeah, there's so many levels to it, right?
Yeah.
For me, it's not about desensitizing and trying to make an acceptance happen. for me, it's an opportunity to be with people who are like-minded and feel safe in the community that I live in.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah,
That's-
I could agree with that as well. Feel safe about being who they are with people who also are, the same lifestyle type thing.
Right.
Like, as
So
long
it's a
as you're-
connection
Yeah.
to others. I got you. And even if they don't do the same things or feel the same ways, they're there because, hey man, I love you, and
Right.
we're gonna all
Right.
celebrate together,
Right.
and
Right.
this is your community.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Now, Murfreesboro Pride is different date, different time of year actually than kind of the national
Right.
Pride. Is that
Right.
National Pride Month is in June.
It's June.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So most of the big ones happen around that time.
Mhm.
And Murfreesboro is almost always in September. Is that right?
August or September, like in between. I think last year it was like the end of August. So
Yeah, I feel like that's right.
21st, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Murfreesboro Pride Committee, when they started this 6 years ago, I believe it was, they didn't want to have to compete with the bigger prides like Nashville Pride that
Mhm.
happens in June every month.
Mhm.
Because we all know we go to those anyway.
Right.
Really, they just wanted to make
Right.
sure they could attend both.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
that's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, that
Yeah,
was
I get
truly
it.
the point behind it, right? But they knew that Murfreesboro needed a pride, right? We need a place where we can all, at least for one day, what is it, 8 hours?
Eight,
feel
seven,
like
8
7
hours,
hours.
yeah. But
Feel
in our
like we're
community.
completely safe in our own
community. Yeah,
Mhm.
not like
Yeah.
with the bigger ones and everything else.
So I guess that is a perfect segue to this question. Why is one of the things that I struggle with sometimes is the idea. Remember, we're all friends, here,
Right.
okay?
No, please,
So
go ahead.
I don't celebrate my sexuality.
Good for you. You
I
don't
mean,
have
like
to, do
I
you?
just
Yeah, you
don't.
don't have to.
And it seems, thank you, I think. But it seems like, and I think I know what the textbook answer is. So I want some help actually understanding. Okay. It seems like Pride is a celebration of an entire group's sexuality. That's from a 2 mile up, and like I struggle to relate to that. I struggle to say, yeah, we should definitely celebrate that. Not because yours is different than mine, but just in general, it just seems like an odd thing to celebrate to me.
I feel like it's more of a recognition. Like, yes, we're not like you. However, we still have the same rights. Well, for the most part, but like we still,
Depending on the
Big-
day.
depending on the day, and
Big
the
steps
state.
in that direction,
Right. But I feel like
fairly
it's just
recently.
kind of one of those things where recognition wise, and like we were talking about being safe in your community. I mean, obviously, not everybody is safe in their community, but that's if we're all together, and you feel safer around other people that are same like you, I feel like that's kind of where they're heading with it. Maybe.
Yeah. Yes. All of that. Yes.
I don't know. I just thought about the word recognition in
No,
my
I
head,
liked
so
it,
I was trying to
yeah.
go with it.
But to piggyback on that, I think, a lot of us aren't even safe in our own homes
This is true.
because we are who we are.
Mm-hmm.
And the pride is it's not that we're celebrating our sexuality. We're celebrating the fact that we aren't alone. We have a moment throughout the 365 days of the year that we get to sit with other people who identify the same way we do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an effeminate man. I'm not, I don't hide who I am. I used to. I was terrified of it because people made me terrified of it,
Sure.
right? But it gives us that moment where we get to sit with someone who is like us and see that there's nothing wrong with us and that we are perfect the way we are.
You're not alone and you're loved.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
And
Yes,
we
I
don't
like
get that
that.
every
I
single
like
day,
that.
right? So, thanks
The
again.
crowd erupts again.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
That was nice.
So I'm going to ask this because this I think will help other folks also see some relevancy. Okay. You're engaged. You were going to be married October 1st. We were talking through this,
Yeah.
but so it's going to happen.
Mhm.
When you walk around holding hands with your fiance, do you still get weird looks?
I don't think so, but it might be also because of the way I represent myself. the short hair, you know, I get misgendered all the time, which, I mean, it doesn't bother me, but I don't think, not as much as I used to. I'm originally from a very small town, Bible Belt type deal. And I actually witnessed 2 gay men walking into Walmart one time that were getting bashed the whole time as I'm walking out. And that was kind of when I was like, I need to stand up for this person. And when I mentioned something, they were like, oh, what are you one of them too? And they used the F slur. And I was like, this is where I'm just going to walk away, because I could easily be outnumbered, because it was such a small town. Like I was saying, Bible Belt, small town.
Well, then there's that mob mentality,
right,
where there's pilers on.
Right. Exactly. Sure. So if there was 3 other people walking in behind him that were like, oh, okay, you know, I could have easily been jumped for who I am. So I said my piece and then I walked away.
And my guess is that there are still sideways glances at people of the same gender walking together, holding hands, and there's still probably places, even here, even in Murfreesboro, even in Rutherford County, even in Nashville, that people are like,
I mean, yeah,
absolutely.
I don't, yes. So, and it's different. I don't have a partner, so, you know, I don't have to worry about the holding hands thing. Not that I would do it, because I don't feel safe in this community even. Yeah. You know, when I go to Kroger, I get looks just because I walk a certain way, or I'll look a certain way, or I wear a t-shirt that has LGBTQ plus propaganda on it, right? So while Rutherford County has grown so much, right, and it's opened up tremendously from 5 years ago, you know, it's opened up, especially since I was in school, but it is still scary for me to go even to the grocery store by myself sometimes, because I don't know when I'm going to run into someone that just doesn't want to be around a gay person and is ready to, you know, put me down for it. It's a fear.
And I think that's probably where the pride togetherness comes in, like you said, for that moment, that period of time, day, not even a full day. There is, and I, you know, I guess everything leading up to it too, the planning and all of that. We're going to have a great party, and we're going to hang out, and there's going to be us.
Just going to be us for, however long we get. Yeah. And not feel worried about what's going to happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Missy Lay, you know Missy, I know.
Love
Do you know
Missy
Missy? Oh, we've got to fix that situation. You need to make Missy. But Missy was telling me about,
pretty sure she's watching right now.
Well,
she's made a comment.
Yeah, one of my favorites as well.
Well, now I'm gonna feel bad if she is watching, and I do know her.
Well, it's okay. We'll make sure that
we'll make the official introduction.
Yeah, that's it. Look, she's nervous. Just be kind. Okay, Missy. Got it? Okay. But all of that said, Missy was telling me about True You, which is a phenomenal organization that fills a need that quite frankly no one else is going to. I mean, if we just really want to call it what it is. And she's told me all about it. We actually talked about it on this podcast last week. And it's interesting. You mentioned sometimes you don't even feel safe in your own home, which is like, I can't relate to that. Like,
right.
I cannot relate to that.
And that's good for you.
It is.
A lot of people can't relate to that, and that's good for them. True You, what you were saying, they are an organization that's working to build a foster home for the children who have been displaced from their homes because of who they are, identifying as LGBTQ+, and from the foster system as well. So they'll go into a foster home with a fairly straight family, and they say, we don't want you, right? And then they're out again. So where do these kids go? When did they
so
start
now they've been rejected
love?
by the people that should love them the most.
Right.
And then somebody that has said that they will love them, and then they say, ooh.
Yeah, I didn't know you were that way. Can't
just
help
kidding.
You. Yeah. Right. So True You's goal is to create a foster home where those kids can find and experience love, you know, the way they're supposed to.
And I think what really just struck me, because I got a little sideways last week. I think what really struck me is what we're talking about is kids.
Yeah.
Right. And so you can have any and every opinion that you want about, Is it a choice? Are you born that way? Is it something we can pray out of you? Is it, you can have any opinion that you want about all of that, right? The reality is we're talking about a kid that's been kicked out by the person that should love them the most, right? And stop right there. And now let's figure out how to help this kid that's essentially a homeless kid.
Yeah.
Not essentially, is a homeless kid.
And the majority of population that is homeless teens are LGBTQ plus identifying in the country right now.
That's crazy to me. It's crazy. And it tells the story, and we're going full circle here, is why this every year is so important. It answers that question.
Yes. That's the whole purpose of Pride, right? Is to make an awareness so that people know, hey, we're here. At some point, you've got to recognize that we're here, and we're not here by choice. I didn't choose to be who I am.
Right.
I was born to be who I am, and now I get to live the life showing you who I am, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we fight every day to try to make the world slightly better for the next person coming up.
Yeah. That's good stuff. What if somebody's going to go to the festival? What do they need to know? What
They want to bring a
times?
chair.
Bring a chair.
That's about all I
3.
got. It starts at 3.
Starts at 3. Bring a chair.
That's pretty lame, Norman.
Just bring a chair. All right.
Everything else will be fine.
Show up whenever, but bring a chair.
There's also plenty of room to bring, like, I plan on bringing a wagon this year.
That's smart.
Yeah,
For
because
stuff.
you said 6 kids.
I'm not sure if they're going to go this year. We're going to try and feel it out maybe and
Gotcha.
see how it goes and then go from there.
Well, I will
So-
tell you, having attended once,
Yep.
that the Borough Pride is very family friendly.
Very family friendly.
It is actually, it's just a little fair.
It
It's just-
is.
I mean, it's fun.
It's a gay Uncle Dave, is what I'm told.
Very much
You know,
so.
we're the only
Yes.
pride in the country, I think, that can boast of having a tractor museum. So, and don't tell
if you
anyone.
see the tractors, you've gone too far. Turn around and come back.
Don't tell anyone, but I might have gotten a few photos on there last year.
Oh,
I think you just told somebody.
It's all right. I love
Told a lot of
climbing on things
somebody's.
I'm not supposed to,
Yeah.
right?
I feel like we should do that this year.
But yeah, so Borough Pride is September 17th. It starts at 3. It runs till about 9:30. We have 3 amazing bands playing. We have, oh crap, I wrote it in my phone. I'll find it. I know Flummox will be there. They will be in the evening. We also have Fable Cry and Lincoln Lane. They will start, I think, at 3:15 over on the main stage. We will have some other things going on the center stage, which is, I believe, under the gazebo again this year.
Mm-hmm.
It is family friendly, completely family friendly. We have the beer garden again this year with Mid-State Brews. Mayday, I think, is going to be there.
Are they doing that kid tent again this year?
I believe so. I want to say yes. You and I will be reading to the children at some point throughout the day. So that'll be fun. I love doing that part. What else do we have going on? The drag show will start at 8:30. Is that what I told you?
That's what you told me. 8:50.
At
Between
8.
8:15 and 8:30.
Between 8:15 and 8:30.
And
The
drag
queens are
time.
usually late. So
Drag time, that normally means a couple minutes extra.
I'm always late. Fairness. Yeah.
You climb
What
on
is
the
going on?
tractors.
Is that drag time?
It is drag time.
It's a
tractor
joke.
photo shoot.
It's the
It's a
tractor photo
thing.
shoot. That's exactly
Yeah.
what it was. That's what took so long.
That's what did it. Yeah. So drag time is always 15 minutes late at least if we're
Yeah.
lucky. Yeah. We got to finish fixing our pads and things. What else is going on over there? It is dog friendly. Make sure they're on a leash. Make sure you have poop bags because we're not cleaning that up for you.
Nope.
What else am I forgetting?
Bring a chair.
Bring a chair. Don't forget a
And
chair.
full circle.
First circle. Bring a chair.
I know we have about 12 food trucks signed up to be out there, so there will be plenty of food to eat.
Nice.
So, come ready.
Definitely have a chair so you can sit and eat.
Definitely have a chair to
Yes.
sit and eat.
Blankets.
Or watch the shows.
Right. Or blankets.
Or both.
Like anything that you can
Blankets.
sit out. Family friendly, just
Bring your
blankets.
ponchos in case of rain.
Umbrellas for shade.
Don't even-
Look, see,
it's
you
not
said
gonna
the R
happen.
word.
It's
I
not
wasn't
gonna
going to say
It's
the
not
R
gonna
word.
happen.
It's not going to happen.
It's not, but you
not.
said
I'm
the
not
R
doing
word.
it. I did
I
say
said bring
it.
it for shade. Bring the umbrellas for shade.
Yes.
Well, y'all, I appreciate you being on here and talking and humoring my dumb questions.
Are you done talking to us? I feel like I've only been here for 5 minutes.
Well, it's because it's such a good interview.
Is that what it
We've been on
is?
almost 30 minutes, dude.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
So
didn't notice that.
it's a fact. So I think one of the things that I struggle the most with, and this is with everybody that I talk to, especially if I'm, what's the word I'm looking for? If I'm not whatever it is that I'm talking to, right? And there's all kinds of labels that we can stick into that whatever it is category. Is I struggle the hardest with identifying, with understanding, with relating to the idea of being hated, right? Whether it's actual hatred or it is just actions that speak hatred, right? Or even, I think the worst ones to me are the on the sly ones, right? Like, I would much rather have somebody hate me and tell me that they hate me and like be right here in my face and say, look, man, I really cannot stand you, than have somebody to talk and to be nice to my face and then turn around and fill in the blank, right? Whatever that is. Because at least I know that they hate me, right? And at least I know who to avoid. But that's not really what happens a lot of times. And I struggle understanding that. And I think until I can really understand that, or until like I can accept that I don't understand it, but I kind of academically understand that, you can't understand the reason behind pride. Is that a fair assessment?
It's fair.
Yeah, it's fair.
I mean, yeah, it's fair.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that you don't have to have a pride to celebrate who you are.
Yeah.
You know,
that's a strong statement. Say that again.
I'm glad that you don't have to have pride to celebrate who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But you'll get there. You know, you'll understand it someday.
Well, and I think that's what the whole point of these kinds of conversations are, right? Is help me understand, right? Look, am I gay? No. Do I, we can go through all kinds of like, do I think this? Do I think that? How do I feel about this? But all of that's irrelevant, right? Y'all are my friends and I love y'all. And I want you guys to live your lives and to be happy and to be part of my community because you contribute to my community in a way that I can't.
Yeah.
That's true.
We're the most loving people you'll ever meet, right? That's why we like the bright colors and the love.
Except Norman.
I mean, I hate everybody. So. I say it all the time.
Yeah. Well,
thanks for having us on, Jonathan.
Yeah, this was
closing thoughts. You guys got anything else to throw out? Are you still nervous?
No.
Okay. I told you wouldn't be.
No, I'm good.
I'm going to throw something out real quick. Borough Pride is September 17th. We have a massive pre-party planned on the 16th over at Seasons here in Murfreesboro.
Where's that?
It's over in the Clarion, over by 24 on Old 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're a great safe space. So that
I will be there.
We will both be performing that night. We have several great guests lined up. I have a couple that haven't been announced yet. Ooh, I better get on that. That show starts at 9:30 and will run until we are either too tired to move or people leave. So,
when we say party, we mean party.
Yeah, so come out and hang out with us that night, and then we'll look forward to seeing everybody on the 17th because, Lord, it's just a good time, and I'll have my crown on. And I'll look pretty and I'll feel good about my life.
You should have the crown if you've earned
right?
it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Hey, do you want to throw anything out about Putt Putt?
Putt Putt Extravaganza Halloween edition is coming up October 29th. Fundraising for Nourish Food Banks. At the Discovery Center. The holes will be decorated like your favorite Halloween movies.
Dude, that's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be insane.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
I've got a team.
Yes, I can't wait to see how that goes for you.
It'll go badly.
Are the people supposed to dress up too?
Yes.
Okay, everybody's dressing up.
We're telling everybody to dress up. It's going to be a big old costume party playing.
This is October what?
29th. Oh yeah, that is right.
That's Saturday, right?
It's a Saturday. Yep.
Okay.
Let's go.
Drinks, food, 21 and up. Sorry, no kids allowed this year for sure. But it'll be a good time.
You got anything else you want to throw a shout out to?
No, I'm good.
Nothing at all.
The whole.
What about the cop that you lied about your boot to?
Whoa.
Why would you call me out like that?
Never mind. That's
The
fake
ticket's
news.
in the mail.
Allegedly.
Perfect. I love it.
Allegedly.
It was
Allegedly.
allegedly stuck
You
under
can't-
the brake pedal.
You
Okay.
can't prove anything.
Allegedly.
Yeah, that's it. All right. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, put them in the comments, and I'm sure Norman or whoever, one of us, Alicia, one of us can answer those. And Trent's going to put the links for Borough Pride and for Putt Putt in the comments.
Okay.
Other than
Thanks,
that,
Trent.
I better do that really quick. Hold on.
yeah,
Liza.
he is.
There's also
Uh,
a volunteer form if you want
oh,
to volunteer.
For
Yeah.
Borough Pride. See,
For
you
Borough
did have a
Pride. So
throw
I
out
did have
to
a
do.
throw out to do. I can actually send you that link too if you don't have it, or is it on the?
It's on the Borough Pride page.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. It's on the Borough Pride
Hey, y'all
page.
keep
Either way,
talking
we'll
for
put the
just a
links.
second.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
we'll
Keep
get the
talking
links
for
in there.
just a
Yeah,
second.
so we're definitely looking for volunteers. Thanks, Trent. I needed another minute
Okay,
anyway.
good.
I love to talk and hear myself. No, we definitely need volunteers for the day of event. So if you have time and you want to come out, that's a great way to support the Pride efforts here in Murfreesboro. Anybody, as long as they're, I think, 16 and up. Is that right?
16, it was last year. It was 16. So. It could
So
be this year,
yeah,
too.
hit that volunteer link and
I got one for you.
Yeah.
Give me some true or false stuff.
okay.
Yeah, I love doing the true false things. All right. So, true or false? Pride is a celebration of being gay.
True or false? True. True.
True.
I almost
It's kind of tricky. It's
Trolls.
It's a trolls.
Trolls.
True and
I made that up.
false.
Did you
Okay.
like that?
Yeah.
That's the first.
All right.
I like
Yeah.
that.
True or false? Pride is around to get other people to, not to be gay, but to like accept it.
True.
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 Okay. True or false? Accepting is the same as condoning.
False.
False.
Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. True or false? If I send my kid or I take my kid to Pride, I'm going to make them be gay.
False.
Big false.
I just made it something up. That was
I mean, that was a good one to
That
throw
was a
out
pretty
there,
good
and
one.
we could
Hey,
talk for 45 more minutes on that. But
Yes, absolutely.
yeah, no, that's a false for sure.
Okay. That's it. Trent, are you good?
Yeah, just want to say thank y'all and pumped for the whole celebration and hope it goes splendidly.
Are you going to be out there?
I'll be around for sure. I'll
Awesome.
make an appearance for sure.
Outstanding.
Thank
Y'all are
you.
great.
Hey, thank you guys for watching. If you have a
Thanks for having
topic
us.
that you'd like to see on Table
Yes.
Talk,
Bring
let
it
us
to the
know.
table, people. Bring it to the table.
That's it. If you want to sponsor Spread the Positive, and you
Bring us a check.
should want to bring us a check.
Bring
That's
us a check.
That's it. So anyway, and if you want to have a show on Spread the Positive, talk with
Yes.
Trent
Hey.
and let's see if we
Yeah.
can hash that
We
out.
talk
on
before
we
I
on deck.
leave.
Yeah. Okay.
Very
Thanks
Yeah.
again to
I'm
Bryan.
2-4. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Okay. Have a great week.